Okay, tonight it's difficult conversations at the moment, aren't they? Between everyone. There's a fair amount of unhappiness. I mean,
Yeah.
how are you going to get out of this?
Yeah, I think it's hard to stay away from, like cliches, and I'm sure people don't really want to hear that, and I fully get that. But I think as a group of players, staff, everyone, the only thing you can do is stick together and work harder, look at things, reassess, and see where you've gone wrong. I think it's clearly obvious. We haven't been good enough in previous games, and looking back at that, reflecting and seeing how to improve and move forward is basically the aim right now for all of us.
It is a really difficult situation because as players, you don't want to lose football matches. Nobody wants to lose football matches. And the fans obviously want to have their say. You'll want to say to the fans, look, let's push forward and work together. And the only thing that's going to change all of this is results.
Yeah, 100%. I think from a personal standpoint, just going on that point, I think like I want to sit here all day and say, we need the fans, and because it's true. And we're trying to play out of our skin for the fans, etc., etc. But no one wants to hear that until it's done, And I think that's fair. I don't think you can, look and get angry at that. And I think all the boys kind of know that. So I think action is, like you said, results, but action in general is a next step.
And is it a collective? Are there leaders within the group who are coming out and saying, look, we've got to be better. We've got to play better.
Yeah, 100%. I think last time I spoke to you about my role in the team. So on a personal note, again, like I come away from games and sit there and I think like, what more could I have done, to get people going and think, okay, like were you enough of a leader? And I'm quite a different character in general. I'm quite quiet, and on the pitch, obviously, it's different. um, but yeah, you reflect personally, and I think like the older boys in the team are doing the same. I think some of the young boys as well are trying to step up, and you can see whether that's through action, around the training ground or on the actual training pitch or stuff. But I think game day is where it matters. And yeah, I think it's a fair point to say that boys are trying to lead. But same as the first point I said is that we got to reflect and see, okay, does that need tweaking? Does this need tweaking? Is this leadership I think I'm doing, is it working? So yeah.
And of course, the difficulty comes when you're in a defensive unit, and the defence is getting a lot of criticism at the moment.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think it's difficult. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I think that's the harsh realities of life. You have a job to do, and if it isn't being done, you have to take that criticism. However, I think within the camp, we know as a team that's exactly what we are. We're a team. So whether it's goals that we concede or goals we score, we're doing it together. And I think players have their own attitudes to that. Some boys will take it more like, okay, I'm a defender, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and I think I'm a bit like that at times. But I think as a collective, we're in this position as a team, not individuals or units. So yeah, that's how we're trying to look at it.
Thanks, T. I appreciate your time.
Cheers.
Of course, we know there's a shortage of numbers at the back with Zach Jules obviously getting suspended now. Does that mean you're going to be dropped in at centre back tomorrow?
Yeah, potentially. I think we obviously go through different formations and different ideas. And at the end of the day, it's up to the gaffer what he chooses. But I'm prepared to do what I need to do for the team, whether that's centre back, right back, whatever. So
it obviously must, lamenting luck is one thing, isn't it? But when it feels like every week there's another blow to the club, just feels like that it's just punch after punch after punch at the minute.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's what we've got to try and tackle as well. I think there has to be a point where you stop that that kind of atmosphere of growing, of feeling, like, okay, well, when's the next thing coming? When's that next blow coming? But yeah, 100% I'd agree. I think And some of it's our own doing. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, we need to be better. We know that. And some of it is just a bit like luck, I guess. You know, whether it's decisions, whether it's just how a goal scored, chances missed, whatever it is a bit like that at the minute.
When it comes to discipline issues, though, I mean, Mark Jackson said to us last week that it was a bit of a stupid thing that Jonathan Lecco did by getting suspended, and now we're seeing Zach Jules getting suspended for violent conduct as well. Discipline is going to be massive in this run-in now.
Yeah, I think that's a message that's been kind of broadcasted. That obviously discipline is extremely important, especially in a period like this. Not just for those certain disciplinaries, but kind of the way we play and what we're doing. It needs discipline and application.
And of course, now you mentioned it's results are all that's really going to matter now. There's no better opportunity than to start on Saturday with a home game against another team that's struggling, and that'll be such a huge morale boost for everybody.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said earlier, I want to sit here and be extremely open and say, yeah, like everyone's chomping at the bit and everyone is ready to go, but it's kind of like singing the same song. So hopefully, I could sit here another time when we've got those results, and you can see everyone's attitude. But yeah, 100% Saturday is what everyone's focused on and buzzing to go for that. So.